Debur. I am the Chief Travel Geek at TripDesign.us, and I do vacation planning as a service. Basically what I do is I'm trying to optimize vacation planning uh, by going a little deeper than just finding places and stays, instead trying to build a route that provides more value for money for a traveler.
What's the most interesting route you've planned so far?
Oh, okay. I would say Indonesia. Indonesia has a lot of places, and especially for Indians, because of all these popular travel agents and tour operators, they always go to Bali. But there's so much more to Indonesia. If you go a little bit south, you get to Lombok, and you get to a couple of places like Raja Ampat, and there's beautiful islands that you can experience for the same cost that you're spending. So that's something that excites me.
So when did you join iKen?
I joined iKen at a time when I thought my company was going to be funded in the next 2 months, because I had all the things planned out in my mind, saying, okay, this is what I'm going to do next, and I had about 20 steps planned ahead of what I was doing. So I came to iKen just to validate whatever I was thinking, and I was so confident that I did not have any second thoughts about what I was doing.
So what happened at iKen?
Oh, okay. I would say that iKen kind of helped me look inside, go through all my strongly held beliefs that were really just not tested, and they were not really proved, or I hadn't really questioned whether they were right or wrong.
So how did iKen help you?
Right, so one of the first few tasks that I did at iKen, they kind of helped me understand the amount of effort that is involved to even validate a single assumption, which is why probably I'm a software engineer, so I try to do research online and get some data and just build my stuff on that. So I did not really go out there and talk to a lot of my potential customers, and it was mostly virtual. So when I did one of the iKen tasks, which was talk to a stranger, collect money from a stranger, I spoke to one of them and pitched my product, what I was doing, and kind of really understood some things that were never part of my vacation planning itself. They were very vague, I would say. So there iKen really helped me find my true customers, I would say.
How else what other principles in iKen helped you?
Right. One of the, I think more than the principles directly helping me, I think there was a lot of learning that I did which were not necessary for me to go forward. So I had to unlearn a lot of things which was part of my conditioning or whatever. So that's where, when I started applying I just went through the workshop. I did not really thought there were principles and I had to do stuff. But I think for me, it's after I finished iKen and when I started working, doing my stuff, I realized that when I look back at all the course material, I realized, okay, these were the principles that really make more sense than what I was doing.
So can you give us a specific example of how you've used something you learned at iKen in your startup?
Okay. So one of the things that we learned at iKen was the bird in hand. You just realize I had, what I would say, I had a lot of resources I didn't know that was in me, like my network maybe, or the kind of people that I was connected to. So when I started really talking about what I was doing, I was not really open to working with travel agents. So one of the tasks that we did was sit with your customer, and that's where I kind of got to understand how I should not have a set goal towards working with somebody, or who my customer is. And I started working with travel agents, and I've been helping them plan better vacations, I would say. Principles, I I've still not got to a stage where I've applied them completely or even remotely. I'm aware of it, and I know that in future I'll be applying them. So I can't really say that exactly some principles that translated into something that there.
So when did you realize that your mindset had changed?
Well, probably after I started coming to iKen workshops after the bootcamp ended. It was just part of the next batch. So whatever I was doing, I realized that they were not efficient, or they were mostly illusional. When I really went through the same bootcamp again, I saw that okay, there are a lot of issues with the way I am trying to solve this problem.
So can you give us a specific example of where you had an illusion and where the illusion got shattered?
Sure. Basically, one of the biggest illusions that I had was that I just build vacations and people would just take it. And I started marketing them online, and there wasn't a lot of success that I would face initially. But when I started working with trekkers and backpackers and trying to understand what they do, I started helping them build vacations. So because of that, I had I don't know if it's called a bubble burst, but I realized that I don't have to just do vacation planning, but I can help people who are already planning vacations for others to plan it better. That's something that I think.
Awesome. So is there anything you want to tell to people who are thinking about joining iKen?
Okay, come with an open mind. Don't have any notions of what it would be like. Don't compare it to what you already know, and don't miss any of the weekly sessions. And you'll probably realize the value after couple of months after you complete as well. But it's definitely there.